Welcome, and today we're learning about common law. What is it, where does it come from, and how does it relate to Canada? Simply put, common law is law that is common to all, meaning everyone is treated the same under the law. For example, if 3 people stole a DVD of Finding Nemo from their local video store, they'd all be charged the same small fine, say $30. This principle is a part of the rule of law and procedural law, which demand criminals be treated fairly and given due process, and that law must apply to everyone equally. Let's look at where common law comes from. Originally known as British common law, it comes from, unsurprisingly, Britain. Common law originates from the Middle Ages, an age of kings, queens, nobles, knights, and peasants. An age of disease and rampant poverty, the vast majority of citizens were peasants who worked on the nobles' land for very little money. One of the biggest problems with the system was inconsistency. Back then, the land was divided up among the nobles by the king. These separate areas all had separate laws and procedures, so, depending on where you lived, stealing a DVD might only cost a small fine, or it may cost so much that your family has put it on the street, or it may literally cost you an arm and a leg. Then Henry II came along. He established a group of 5 traveling judges to visit every corner of England and judge the more controversial cases, setting precedents or standards for them. By the 13th century, the punishments for the same crime in different areas were mostly identical. Just as an aside, a precedent is a judgment made on a case in the past that future judges can look to when making decisions. For example, if in previous cases people charged with stealing a DVD were fined $30, the judge is likely to choose the same path again, unless there's some extenuating circumstance. How does this relate to Canada? In Canada, we have many unwritten laws based on precedents that were set on important cases. For example, the 2004 Supreme Court ruling, which made it illegal for a teacher to hit a student as a form of discipline. This law, made at the highest level, set a precedent that all lower courts now have to obey. That concludes my very simple, very brief explanation of common law.